Alex Becker just sold his company Hyros for a reported $110 million. That in the industry is what we call fuck you money. Alex now never has to worry about working again, or more importantly, he has the optionality to work on exactly what he wants. This channel is all about how to build communities, and while we can't attribute Alex's success purely to his community building, what we'll find is that his life did start to take a huge upward trajectory once he built a cult online following. In this video, we're going to break down Alex's path to where he is today and dissect the strategies and tactics that we can use and apply to our own community building efforts. I'll leave the timestamps here. You can jump around if you want, but trust me, this is a good one. By the way, if you want to learn from the best community builders in the space, you should download our ebook. It's high signal and really packed full of useful information from all the best community builders in the world. Alex's entrepreneurial journey actually begins in the most unlikely of places, one of the most bureaucratic organizations, probably least conducive to productivity and entrepreneurship in the world, and that's the United States Air Force. And here Alex served for a few years before leaving and getting a job as a freelancer, becoming an SEO specialist. So not a bad job, but by all intents and purposes, his life looks distinctly average. Alex then took the proven and underrated path of freelancer to agency owner to product builder. And a lot of community builders have actually followed this. Jack Butcher followed this path. Greg Eisenberg followed this path. And the reason it's so successful is because at each stage, you're learning the core skills to move on to the next one. And if you're doing this while building in public, sharing on the way, you're also bringing your audience along with you. So first you can start talking about your freelancing gig, then you can start talking about running an agency, and finally you can start talking about building a product. Too many people, myself included, raise VC money, go and try and start a big tech company without having the foundational skills. And I think what we can learn from Alex is that by going through this methodical path of learning the skills of a freelancer, going to an agency or starting your own agency, and then becoming a product builder is going to have a much higher success rate than if you just go for the big moonshot of building a product. So the first lesson that we can take from Alex when it comes to community building is fuck niches. Now this might seem counterintuitive. We looked at KP a few weeks ago, who became the guy of building in public and advocates for niching down. But for every law, there's always a counterexample, and Alex is this counterexample. If you look through his history, his archive of YouTube content, he started out doing stuff about SEO, then he went into YouTube ads, then he doubled down on crypto, and now he's really talking about biohacking and kind of mindset stuff. So at each stage of his life, he's deeply exploring it for a year or so and then moving on to the next one. And this is, I think, actually a much more sustainable path than being the guy of something. I've tried being the guy, and trust me, it is not fun. You'll burn out because you just get bored of talking about the same thing over and over again. I really don't think that as humans we're programmed to be able, unless you're like an autistic guy or something, to be able to just focus on one thing relentlessly for years and years and years. The most important thing is that while you're in that specific niche, you're really going deep on it like Alex does. He becomes the absolute master of YouTube ads. He becomes the absolute expert on crypto. Then he outgrows it and moves on to the next thing. Now, don't get this confused with being a dabbler. Alex isn't fritting between 1,000 different things at once. He's going deep on a topic and moving on. So that's really the lesson that you want to bear in mind, is that you're growing with your audience and working on different niches rather than just kind of swapping between 1,000 different things at once. The next bit of perhaps counterintuitive advice that we can take from Alex is fuck production quality. This only matters if you've got something to say, but let's take a look at a couple of Alex's videos. So you can see here that the production quality is shit, honestly. Like, it's literally him in a pair of glasses talking to the audience. He bangs out this really village-looking whiteboard. There's no editing skills at all, but it doesn't matter because he's got something to say. You can see this as well with Alex Hormozi's early videos. He built hundreds of thousands of followers literally just talking to the camera, because often we can use these editing tricks as a mask for, or a crutch to lean on when we're not delivering valuable content. And Alex realizes that 80% of the work, 90% of the work is just having something to say. That leads to the more difficult question of how do we have something worth saying? Well, really it just comes from experience and having a unique view on things. And for that, you have to have skin in the game. When Alex was making videos about YouTube strategy, he was spending tens, hundreds of thousands a month on YouTube ads. ads. He had skin in the game, he was going through that process. He's not just talking about something that he doesn't know. Again, when he's talking about crypto, he's trading probably millions of dollars in crypto at this point, and he's sharing his journey along the way. He's deep in it, he's committed, he's got skin in the game. The same with Hyros. He's making content about how to be productive and run a company as a CEO. He is running that company. He's got something to say, he's got skin in the game. Too many people, when trying to build a community, are picking something trendy. You know, they're looking at Google Trends or Reddit searches and being like, right, let's build a community around that. Now, while there's definite value in identifying trends and trying to become experts in them, if you are starting to create a community around something you have no knowledge in purely because it's trendy, it's not going to work, because you're not going to have anything to add to the conversation. You're not going to have anything to say. So be like Alex, talk about something you're an expert in, share that journey authentically, and you will be able to build a cult online following. The next point won't be for everyone, but we can't ignore it as a reason for Alex's success, and that's embrace your inner WWE character. So a lot of Alex's videos, when you see them, he's there in these fucking stupid glasses with his hoodie on, talking absolute nonsense to the camera, and people who maybe first view this would be like, God, this guy is such a tech bro douche. Why am I watching this video? It's pretty cringe, and let's take a look.
You might notice that my eyes are covered today, and it's because there's a problem. I've noticed a reflection when I'm filming, and I really don't like getting aroused when I film. Now, this is also an awkward video because I'm going to be talking about something that arouses me.
I've never met Alex in person, but I'm sure he is not like this. And in most of his videos, to be honest, he comes across as a completely reasonable human. So it begs the question, like, why would you put on this character that's gonna turn some people off? I think it's twofold. Firstly, it's just fun. Like, it must be fun to just come in and play this WWE character, to just talk absolute shit, knowing that you can kind of do it because you have something to say. Building a community and putting out content, it does get dull. You know, you kind of get in this niche that you get put in, or you feel like you've got to have some kind of certain persona when talking to the camera. So I think probably Alex is just doing this because he's like, man, this is fun for me. Like, I'm making tens of millions in these other areas. This isn't really that important to me. So I can just be, you know, who I want to be for that day. And that might be playing some stupid character, more like kind of stand-up comedy, to be honest. I do think it's entertaining for viewers. You know, at the beginning, when you first watch one of these videos, you'll be like, oh God, like, I can't stand it. But then you watch it over, you know, a number of days, and you do start to appreciate the comedy. You start to build a bit of a better connection with him, and you understand that, like, he's not taking this so seriously. So yeah, we don't all have to turn our inner Steve Austin up to 11, but I think we can have a bit more of a kind of playful element with our community. As we mentioned about Jack Butcher last week, you know, he does a lot of things that are very playful, but because he's delivering tons of value, it's funny. So there are 3 lessons that we can learn from Alex Becker: from fucking niches and just kind of going deep into a topic for a short period of time before moving on. Then we talked about how production quality doesn't really matter as long as you've got something to say, and the best way to have something to say is to have skin in the game. And finally, we talked about embracing your inner WWE character. So if you like that video, subscribe to the channel. We've got loads more every week. We kind of do a deep dive like this into someone interesting in the community building space. And also make sure to check out that ebook. Really is interesting. Takes all of the summaries from Alex Becker, Jack Butcher, Greg Eisenberg, and just distills them into one really compact, clear bit of content for you to digest. So thanks a lot, and enjoy the rest of your day.